No.
That wasn't fun at all.
That doesn't sound fun.
It's not.
But, you know, PlayStation, they're like, all their games are coming out in 2018. When? When?
Just 2018. The moment the clock hits January 18.
The question is when?
That was everybody's PlayStation fans. When? Because 2018, but when?
Yeah, so they're like just 2018. Like the moment the calendar turns, that's when they'll be out.
For instance, God of War 3. 2018.
You mean a remaster? I thought, didn't God of War 3... You mean God of War 4?
Yes, that one.
Yeah. God of War 3 got a remaster, or is getting one.
Oh, and Shadow of the Colossus remaster.
Oh, I really want that. I love Shadow of the Colossus. I played it very, very late and fairly recently, but I loved it to pieces.
They said 2018. I'm like, okay, when in 2018?
That's really awful.
Yeah, and also Xbox, yay! We're getting not the Xbox One S. No, the Xbox One X. Yes,
4K platforming and a cooled vapor system.
Yay! It's, you know what? Frankly, it blows my mind that they keep doing this. You know, they've had so many opportunities to get a new system in there. They haven't.
Nah.
Maybe they're a little tentative because the Switch's success right now.
And the Porsche that happened.
The what?
For the racing game.
Oh, yeah, that thing where they just lowered a car from the ceiling and that was it.
That's it?
When they presented their new Forza.
They just dropped a car from the ceiling.
Yeah, they're like, this is a car that's in the game. Isn't that cool? You can't have it for real.
That's just kind of...
This is a prop.
That's not okay.
And updating all their games that are currently out to 4K.
You know, that's... What does that matter? You know, frankly, it's...
I don't know. At least Nintendo is brought out something actually new.
Oh, they won because of things that happened in that presentation.
First of all, new Metroid Prime game.
Right, for real?
Metroid Prime 4. I'm so excited. Also, Metroid Samus Returns, a remake of the second Metroid game ever made, coming to the 3DS next Friday.
Well, now the only thing in my head is, oh God, not more Other M.
No. It's Metroid Prime, not Other M.
Okay, but I know I don't want this to be I don't want the new one to be another of the same.
It's Metroid Prime.
New writers, new everything.
Okay, good.
Or probably old writers, not for Other M.
Okay. Yeah.
Everybody was excited when that happened because it was just a teaser.
It was just like they just showed the logo of the game. That's it. That's all we know. But we know it's coming because people have been asking for it, and Nintendo is listening.
For once.
Actually, they're getting better at it anyway.
Yeah.
The first thing the game that they actually went off with the conference with Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah. That was a fantastic game. Also, Fire Emblem Warriors. They announced the special edition not too long ago. Guess who's already has it pre-ordered? This Snorlax.
But that one over there?
No. This one right here. The one who's talking.
Oh, okay.
And then
oh my God, a talking Snorlax. Catch it. Whoosh.
Sorry, I'm already owned. I got my... You guys can't see this, but I'm pointing at my wedding ring. I've already been captured. My heart already belongs to someone else. Yeah, no. Anyway.
And then there's also new Kirby, new Yoshi.
Yes, that's true. Very, very true. Quick tangent about Snorlax. At the next con I go to, I will be cosplaying as Snorlax.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to probably not lay in the road. Although, there is always a sign at the local con with a picture of Snorlax on it that says, don't block the hallways.
Well,
I want to take a picture.
Well, you have to now.
Right, I'm going to take a picture under that sign blocking the hallway. Just for a second, of course. I'm not going to do it permanently. That'd be rude.
And then the thing that ended everything else was, there's two things that are coming that shocked everybody, which was Rocket League's coming to the Switch.
That is pretty cool and exciting. Yeah.
And
it was about time.
And the last thing that ended the conference, which everybody was really happy about, which is Odyssey.
Oh, Etrian Odyssey?
No.
Well, they are making a new
Mario
game.
Odyssey.
Oh, Super Mario Odyssey. You preface it by Odyssey because there's a lot of Odyssey stuff.
Because the only thing left for Mario to travel through is a multiverse.
Yeah, actually.
Where Paulina is the mayor.
Really? Oh, in New Donk City?
Yes.
New Donk City.
Nice.
There's also Dinosaur Mario, they confirmed.
All right.
Ghost Mario, but he's already been that.
I'm a sucker for anything dinosaur.
Right?
Well, the new mechanic for its hat is interesting.
Yeah, his hat can make him turn into enemies, I believe.
Take over enemies.
Yeah.
So his hat is Kirby.
Kind of.
What they said was possess enemies.
Oh, no.
So more like a boo than anything else.
So it's going more into the Mario is a serial killer mentality.
Probably.
Oh, no.
No, he's not. It's not like Mario's. So here's the thing. Mario's now retired. He used to be a plumber. He is no longer a plumber.
When did he ever plumb, though?
His original story was that he was a plumber.
Well, I know that, but when did we ever see him do it?
In the first Mario games, it was implied.
Yeah, but we don't. They just
no. He's never actually plumbed. It was just part of his backstory, and they've amended that backstory to now be Mario from Brooklyn, New York, is now retired in the Mushroom Kingdom.
So they're sticking with the movie, and that's his full name.
He was always from Brooklyn. Mario. That is his confirmed. Yeah, Luigi
Really?
Mario and Mario. Those are the legit names.
That seems really dumb.
It's a kid's franchise. It's kind of funny.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if they're going to reboot things...
It's not a reboot. It's just the next edition in the series.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I'm personally excited to try out Super Mario Odyssey. Although, frankly, these next few months are going to be very difficult for me. I've got Metroid coming out, then Fire Emblem Warriors in October, then Ultra Sun and Moon in November.
Also in October is Odyssey.
Oh, I thought that was a little later.
No, 10/27.
Yeah, I'm going to have a really hard month.
Yeah, and here I am. I'm going
also
through some
broke.
pickings on Steam.
I am broke, and I am so going to be buying all these games. Gosh, I hope this entertainment thing works out. Not that we're making any money. We're doing this au gratis. Just for all you lovely people out there.
Let's see. Yeah.
Anyway, you were going to talk about some games you were playing over the summer, right?
Well, yeah, I talked about Dark Mouse.
Sure.
Like, what else do I have here? I've been picking at Stardew Valley again since more things have been added to it.
I think that's coming to the Switch as well, I heard.
Yes, it is.
Huh. And I've been revisiting Darkest Dungeon.
Ah.
That's in for those of you who don't know, Darkest Dungeon it's been out for a while now.
Quite a while.
But now it's like considered a complete game.
so they finally finished it?
Yeah, it's like finished now, and it has DLC that's
kind of cool.
That I want. It's called The Crimson Court. I have no idea what it's about. I still haven't beaten Darkest Dungeon.
Can you beat Darkest Dungeon?
Well, yes, by actually going into the Darkest Dungeon a number of times. See, the thing...
That's fair.
See, the thing is, though, you gotta kill a whole bunch of other eldritch horrors before you do that.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe... I spoke to Bearman about this, and he summed it up in the best way that I could possibly imagine. The plot of the story is Cthulhu took my home estate, and I want it back.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you go through the game. It's medieval-ish, but it's super dark and gritty, like Edgar Allan Poe looking.
Oh yeah, I mean if it's going to be Cthulhu-esque, it's got to have Edgar Allan Poe part of that.
Literally everything about it is super depressing, and it's super
Well, it's an eldritch horror.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's why it's so cool.
I mean, you're saying these things, but it's still not surprising me.
I repeat myself sometimes. It happens.
No, my games that I played over.
But when I say everything, I mean everything. Even the descriptions for items.
Depressing.
Yeah, you pick up because you got to collect gems and money to improve your hamlet so that your hamlet can give your warriors better weapons.
And your warriors get better, I assume.
Well, yeah, you have to pay for their lessons to improve their skills. You have to pay for their armor, and you do that by going on quests and clearing out stuff.
Fair enough.
So that you can ultimately drive out Cthulhu.
Well, that's a good goal.
It is. It's a very nice goal, and it's a perfectly lovely goal to have.
Yes, I agree.
It's just a shame that so many of your heroes die, and then they die, and
Can you resurrect them?
No. They're if your hero heroes will keep coming in, and you can continuously get more. But if one that you've been working on for a very long time dies,
that's it.
That is it. You will never get them back.
So you have to play it safe, but at the same time, you can't play it safe and win.
Oh, no. It's impossible to play it safe the whole time.
This game is not safe.
It's not. It's very not safe.
Ouch.
So people... And one of the things is, when you do go into the darkest dungeon, if for any reason you have to retreat, you will lose a hero, whether you like it or not, because that
hero stays behind to hold off the dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And everything is in there is genuinely horrific. A lot of things in this game are genuinely horrific, and every time I'm like, oh, it's gross, and I can't look away. because the reason any of this is happening is because your relative who was living at this place is like, yo, I'm bored being rich and having nothing to do with my money. Let's investigate the dark arts. Like you do.
Like one does. It's Saturday afternoon, and I'm quite bored with all my money.
Yeah.
Let's investigate the dark arts.
And
Fetch me the Necronomicon.
And look at that. There just happens to be a doorway to the netherworld under the mansion.
Oh,
how fortuitous.
How quaint.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty amazing anybody's still alive.
Yeah, and then
really?
And then like the opening of the game is, I screwed it. He's called the ancestor, even though he's still alive at the time, and you know him. But he's like, yo, I screwed up. You have to fix it. Please,
K, thanks, bye.
Yeah, please. And by K, thanks, bye, that means I shot myself in the head.
Oh, no.
So I wouldn't have to deal with this.
Well, that's
dark.
Dark, yeah.
Well, yeah, then that's why it's so great. I love the dark forebodingness in games. I love the creepy atmosphere. It makes me happy, weirdly enough, if that makes any sense.
I mean, you enjoy what you enjoy.
Things that I've been playing lately is like
less dark and dank and eldritch horror-y.
Yeah. Well, fun.
But like I was going to say with the item descriptions, like the description for just gold that you pick up is like, gold, it builds empires, fuels ambition, and instigates murder.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And there's also like a sad description for every type of gemstone. You can find sapphires, blue, like strangled dreams.
That's so terrible.
Citrine, yellow, like fading hope.
Okay.
It's beautiful. I love flavor text.
That is, you know what?
We need something happy.
We need something happy.
Aw, but this was so lovely.
Yes, well, I'm kind of getting bummed out.
Good.
Well, fine then.
Dun, 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 dun,
The one that I've been playing recently, it just recently came out, which is Raring Rabbids plus the Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Better known as XCOM plus Mario.
Yeah, it plays like an XCOM, but it's Rabbids and Mario.
Well, I've found a fair share of lulls to be had with Rabbids.
Just add Mario.
Well, all right then.
So
how does Mario handle a plunger to the face?
Yeah, see, this is interesting because the game opens up with a genius that loves Mario and all that stuff and created something that fuses two things together.
And he decided Rabbids.
No, the rabbits with their time-traveling
Timey-wiminess, yes.
Dimension-breaking...
Hot tub?
No, actually, washing
That's
machine.
a movie that
Yeah,
exists.
it is. The hot tub time machine.
No, washing machine.
Trashy movie.
So it's still a machine.
Yeah.
It breaks through the thing, and then they get and then they fuse things, and then things happen, and now
Then they got to fix the
two
mess.
universes collide.
So they got to
Okay.
fix the mess, is what you're saying.
Yes,
You
Fair
mean,
enough.
Well, the rabbits
and the
sure as heck
bosses
ain't gonna
of
do it.
I think they help.
The rabbits are helpful.
well, because they
Yeah.
got fused with
Aren't they-
Nintendo characters. Like there's
Ah.
a rabid Princess Peach, who's basically the modern day version of Princess Peach if she grew up in this timeline.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got Luigi's bunny, and then the Mario bunny.
But then there's also the original characters themselves.
Yeah.
So,
All
yeah.
right. See when you open up with rabid Princess Peach, I'm starting to think, oh, the Tanukis have hydrophobia and they got into the castle.
No, this Peach has a cell phone and keeps doing selfies.
So that's how she got bit by a hydrophobic Tanuki.
Maybe so. What would it... Oh, where Tanuki?
Oh no.
No, I'm currently stuck in the 3rd level, which is nothing but ghosts.
That sounds spoopy scary.
Spoopy.
Spoopy.
And they have vampire powers.
Vampire ghosts.
That
I didn't
seemed-
know that can happen because vampires are soulless undead. Because vampire.
And ghosts are just the souls
souls.
that have no body.
So how are they together?
I guess it would be like a heartless and a nobody, where the ghost is the heartless and the vampire is the nobody.
Maybe, or it's not being thought of that far.
Eh.
Well,
I guess there are ghosts that have vampiric powers.
Or rather overthought of.
let's see. The
far.
first boss that I faced was basically a giant rabbit Donkey Kong.
Well,
So now Donkey Kong has hydrophobia.
I guess so.
I don't want to fight that.
I don't either. Actually, I have no intention of picking this game up because I need to save my funds.
It's just a fun game to play because it's just you just level up with skill trees and like you would do in XCOM or anything like that, and then you just go in and just have fun.
Yeah, I do want to try playing it though, just because of the XCOM style gameplay.
Ooh.
You know, XCOM style gameplay with Mario and Rabbids. I can't see it going wrong.
And mini bosses that'll make you laugh.
All I know is because Bearman is a big fan of XCOM. I'm sure he's
Yep.
talked about it.
I'm sure if he had a Switch, would be buying this game and playing it.
Yeah, he would. I don't know if he'd be into it, but I know that it's induced much bear rage in him.
Has it really?
It has. I've seen,
Especially since the new DLC is coming out.
it
There's
also
DLC for it.
Yeah.
yeah, and he unabashedly saves scums at every opportunity.
What, the new one? The second one?
XCOM 2, yes,
Yeah, it gets hard.
it's very hard. And every time he does it, he just looks me in the eye and is like, "Yes, I'm save scumming," and I just kind of look at him like, "Sure, Sure.
Whatever you say, buddy.
you do it because you're weak, and I know it."
Oh, them's fighting words.
The
They
new
are.
DLC is coming out, which is Constant War, which has more content than ever.
Wow. I'm looking forward to this. Oh, Skyrim's coming to the Switch. I know I mentioned that earlier, but
Well,
that's
but-
something else I've got to buy.
Wasn't that something that was always announced from the beginning to be on the
It was
Switch?
hinted at the beginning, then confirmed, and then they've announced that they're adding Nintendo-themed items to Skyrim.
Which you can access with the Mii's.
How
Yeah,
would you?
the amiibos.
So what? You're gonna find Koopa shells?
No, like Link's tunic, the Hylian shield, the Master Sword,
Ah, that makes more sense.
things that would fit in Skyrim. Maybe they're gonna add some more stuff,
'Cause
which
if-
that'd be kind of cool too. Hey, I pick up a red shell and throw it at a dragon, and it works.
If somebody,
No,
if
I want a
somebody
blue shell
mods
dragon.
that, if somebody mods that, I will love them.
I want.
I just
blue
had
shell
a
dragon.
bad thought. If they do use like a Bowser thing and then it turns into a giant dragon.
Ooh,
Or
yeah.
or the dragons are all just Bowser with wings.
He's just in his little hover car thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Oh, not even like the 3D hover car thing, like the Paper Mario version.
Yeah. Hey, anybody who's watching the YouTube live stream, comment what you would like to see in the chat as a
Since
DLC.
you fixed it.
Yeah, since I did fix it, I have fixed the YouTube stream.
Yay!
I will be-
When did that happen? You magic man?
17 minutes and 13 seconds ago.
You say nothing sooner.
I just was updating the social media all the time. Don't you follow me on social media?
But social media is social, and we're nerds. We're not social.
That is unabashedly true, but also false, because I have a social media that supports this show. Don't you know it?
Oh, well, tell us more about that. How do I get there?
Well, if you go to Facebook and search for DJ Frost's WLMC, you're gonna find me, and then you're gonna give me a like because you're really awesome, nice people.
Well, I'll do that right now. Why
Oh,
don't
yes.
I?
Look at this. Live action friend requesting. We're doing social. We're socializing.
I'm already friends with you, though.
I know.
I'm also
We're doing it
friends with-
live. We're doing it live. Also, follow me on Twitter at DJ Frost WLMC because, that'd be cool too. And also, if you're not watching on YouTube, please try. It's really cool. Search for Talking Nerdy on YouTube. It's the one that's got like very little subscribers.
It's DJ Frost at WLMC, yes?
That is the one.
Musician/band is listed.
That is because that is kind of what I am according to Facebook.
All right.
Social media is weird.
And like.
Yeah. Cool. That's enough being social for one day.
You have 31 likes.
What? I broke 30 likes.
You broke them?
Yeah, I broke
But
them.
I just gave them to you.
Well, I'm a little careless. I rolled over and...
You've got to be more careful with your likes.
I gotta be more careful. I know.
What, do you think they just spawn from the ether?
I hope sometimes they do. Okay, enough shameless plugging.
Yes.
Have you guys been watching any anime, YouTube, anything cool like that you want to share? Talk about.
I've been pretty heavy getting back into Game Grumps lately. They have a YouTube Red show now.
I will not pay for it.
Yeah, and honestly, neither will I. The first episode is out for free.
They usually do that with YouTube Red.
Yeah, and so I watched it, and I watched it because I love the Game Grumps, so of course I'm going to if it's free. But honestly, it's
not worth it.
It's really not. It's pretty bland, and the characters don't really have real motivation. They just kind of do things just because. That's fair. Although the comments section is always a gem to look at.
Is it really?
And the best comment that I saw by far was, the best joke in this entire show is that Aaron is good at video games.
That is pretty funny.
Because he's supposed to be like this. He was supposed to have been, his character is like legendary Dota player back in the day.
Like Dota 1, like from Warcraft 3 days?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he said, but he like stopped doing it because he had some kind of breakdown that was put on YouTube and it's humiliating. And so he's just like, wow, I guess I have to play again because my friend wants $1 million for some reason. The friend being played by Danny, who is always funny because Danny is a brilliant man that way.
Fair enough.
But it just doesn't, everything feels incredibly stilted. Like the jokes are stilted and it's all pretty much pins that are set up for Danny to knock down.
Okay.
That's how all the jokes are. And the characters are just like, yeah, let's do a thing because we can.
Does it feel artificial?
It's very artificial.
That's unfortunate. I mean, I don't blame you for not wanting to pay for that.
Yeah. I mean, just like if you must check out the first episode, it's still free. But
I mean, yeah, that's always a good thing. Like that's what I always like to do. If I want to try something, if I'm looking to get something, and this applies to everything in the nerd world.
Oh, yes.
I always just check everything out, if there's a free version first.
Oh, yeah.
Games, if there's a free trial, try it. If anime, shows like that, watch it on a site that doesn't charge. See if you like it.
We are not advocating for piracy. No piracy.
No piracy. That hurt my ears, by the way.
Sorry.
Ow.
I can't hear anything. You don't give me headphones.
We don't have enough headphones. We're broke.
You guys are cheap. That's what it is.
That's fair.
These are mine.
Anyway, no.
No piracy.
No piracy. I'm not saying download. I'm saying just watch it. And if you like it, then buy it. That's how my anime collection grows.
Yeah. But I will pretty much guarantee you that there's not much to like here aside from the presence of Aaron and Danny.
Fair enough. That is a fair assessment, and you gave it the old college try, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I mean that is fair. That is a very fair assessment.
Yep.
Yeah. But outside of that, their regular channel is still producing
good content.
It's still good content. They've been playing Paper Mario Thousand Year Door recently.
That's such a good game.
It is, but here's the thing.
Oh no.
What? Well, Danny's the one playing it, and he's he's all right.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah, he's not bad, and he's not like willfully ignorant of things, but they still miss so many things.
No.
Yes, they do.
But it's so hard to miss them. They're so obvious.
But they do it anyway. And, you know, like in the train station where you have like the numbered blocks, like where it's obvious you just hit the blocks this number of times to make them turn red.
Yeah.
They thought they had to be hit in a certain order, and they didn't figure out that you just hit the buttons that number of times.
No.
And that's just one example of several things that have gone wrong, and every time it makes me so mad because I love this game and I love them and I want to continue loving them, but sometimes Aaron makes it so hard, especially because Aaron likes to hate on RPGs in general. But
he doesn't have good taste. Anyway, if we're going to stay on this YouTube topic, I know Orange and I both have been keeping up with the Hermitcraft SMP.
Oh, yeah?
Server multiplayer, for those who don't know. Yeah, I mean, I watch at least 5 of the YouTubers on it.
Yeah, I watched a lot.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're keeping up. It's a phenomenal season so far. If you're really into Minecraft, but you don't get to play it all that much or things like that.
The factions are real.
Oh, they've calmed down. The factions are kind of gone now.
That's why I play by myself or with select few friends.
With the Hermitcraft episode, it's kind of staged.
It's staged factions.
It's staged. Everybody's friends, so they just to make it more interesting because it is a let's play. You know, they got to make it a little bit more interesting, but it's also about like what they're building, and what they are building is phenomenal.
Ooh.
They're doing such
Scar
good
City, man.
Oh my God, Scar City. Oh.
The most of like Minecraft Let's Plays I've ever done was the ones that Rooster Teeth have done. I haven't checked them out in a long time.
I've been watching them too. They've been doing Sky Factory.
Oh, have they?
Yes.
What's Sky Factory?
A mod pack. It's a difficult mod pack. You basically start out on a chunk. No, less than a chunk, right?
It's like Survivor Island on the Sky Island.
Oh,
yeah.
I think I've seen servers for that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Oh,
I can imagine.
You have to punch dirt to get stones, to get cobblestone to start. It's a very, very slow process. But once you get going, it's a snowball effect. You just go and go and go and go and go and go.
But it all starts off on an island in the sky?
Yes. You have one water source, one tree, and a little bit of dirt.
This is Sky Factory 3, so they got chickens.
Yep.
Yeah, but if it's just dirt in the sky, then you can't get stone.
Yeah, you can. There's a mod in it where you punch dirt, just left click on it and punch it.
Oh, so you get
pebbles, and you can combine the pebbles to turn into cobblestone. Yeah, it's.
Oh,
and then you get
that makes more sense.
Oak barrels. You put leaves in that make dirt.
Yeah. You just have dirt. Yeah, there's saplings you can put in to make dirt. There's more recipes to.
So like so when you get the pebbles out of the dirt, does the dirt become something else?
Nope, you can just keep punching dirt forever.
So you just put the dirt back down, you punch it again, but get more pebbles?
No, you don't. It doesn't break the block. You just punch it.
Oh.
So instead of
punch it in a sieve,
or you can sieve it. Yeah, sieving destroys the dirt. Punching it doesn't. So yeah, it's a mod pack though. So there's lots of mods in it and things like that. Speaking of mod packs, I actually played on an awesome mod server this summer.
Yeah?
Yep, it was me and a friend. Just us. We're the only ones who played. But we are building a fantasy village from scratch.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
It's really cool. I've built a few houses, a forge area, you know, and this is all modded too. So I've got a flying ring. It's pretty cool. And we built a fishing hut to get the really cool armor from this fishing mod that just came out rather recently. It's called Aquaculture. It's kind of cool. It's really, really cool. The armor looks fantastic.
So it's like mermaid armor, or? It's
kind of like Prismarine armor. If Prismarine is the ocean monuments with the Guardians, it's that kind of coloration, but it's made out of a material called Neptunium. And the tools look so cool. Yeah? They're just super cool. It's higher than diamond level, so it's like really good armor.
Smack.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like Tinker's Construct in Obsidian armor.
yeah. Well, Tinker's Construct, you can just do broken stuff. That's why Tinker's Construct is in pretty much every mod pack ever.
Especially the new Tinkers where you can use cactus.
Yes. You can do a lot of things in the new Tinkers. It's very phenomenal. But yeah, no, it's a great challenge. And there's a link to it somewhere. If I find it, I'll post it on the DJ Frost Facebook page. So definitely keep an eye out for that.
Cool beans. Definitely look at that.
It's intended to be done as a vanilla thing, but you can do it in whatever Minecraft mod pack you want. I mean, and there's technically tool restrictions. Like, you're only supposed to be using stone tools for the first challenge. Then you can move up to iron, then diamond, and whatnot.
Blah, 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 blah. But who actually does that?
If you wanted to do it like as the author of the challenge intended, you would. Otherwise, I mean, we had already started our own bases before we decided to come together and do this. So we all had a bunch of resources already. So we just decided to keep that and skip that part.
There's a few new survival mods out there.
Oh? Which ones?
There's one that's basically just a survival thing where hordes of zombies try to kill you.
Oh, like a minigame type thing.
No, it's actually a modded mod pack, and you have to actually...
Is it like a Left 4 Dead thing, or...?
Well, the main goal is to get off the planet.
So it is kind of like a minigame, but longer. So you could build your base, get your infrastructure.
I've played 7 Days to Die.
Yes.
So it's like that.
Oh, but Minecraft-y.
Yes.
Okay. That could be really cool.
I love how pretty much any game can be modded into Minecraft somehow.
You like Minecraft? You like this other game? Guaranteed there's a mod for it.
I've seen like Minecraft mods of FNAF. Those are
yeah.
They're both it really sucked the horror out of it when the moment Minecraft gets involved, though.
Yeah.
And then there's a new one that just recently popped up where you crash land on a desert planet.
That's kind of cool.
So it turns into...
And you die from heat stroke.
That's not so cool.
So it's like Fallout mixed with Pikmin mixed with Minecraft.
God, this episode's been so morbid.
But that's why it's fun. Morbid is fun.
At least for the first hour.
I mean, your definition of fun and my definition of fun clearly are different.
The only problem is some of the mobs are compressed mobs.
What, like compressed cobblestone and sand, but mobs?
Yes.
Oh, that's awful. So that means they count as like they're as strong as 3 or 4 of them.
Oh no!
Well,
no!
Yeah.
I do not need that in my life.
I don't either.
I don't want it in my house.
I don't want it in my anywhere. Frankly.
Yeah, a compressed spider will lay like maybe 10 to 15.
I have a message from the sleeping bear man.
Oh no!
There's No Man's Minecraft. No. Oh, that's what he was talking about. No Man's Minecraft. Very, very clever. Very clever.
No Man's Minecraft, except there's actually stuff to do.
except build a house. Seriously, build a house or you're going to die.
Yes. And
that's like Minecraft 101, though.
Yes, build a house, even if it's a dirt structure.
Yeah, No Man's Minecraft, the fish will kill you.
The fish?
The fish.
The piranhas.
Oh.
Why are there piranhas?
Who thought that was a good idea?
How do you fight piranhas?
And they become land piranhas and don't die.
Why is that a thing? Who does that? See, there's morbid and then there's just sick.
And then there's twisted on top of sick.
Yeah, because there's Herobrine.
Herobrine, yeah.
That creepypasta, though.
Yeah, no. Just no. I won't do creepypasta because it's just so stupid.
Well, it depends on which creepypasta. Some of them are really well done.
I appreciate the quality of them. Don't get me wrong. It's just like you're making something out of nothing.
Like, don't get me wrong. Jeff the Killer is not scary and never has been.
No.
I don't care what anyone says.
No. I mean, but like, it doesn't add anything to me.
And then the other thing that I've been watching over the summer was what they just ended it, which was Prey.
Prey.
That game series.
But isn't Prey the new Bethesda game?
It's disturbing.
I think I'm getting it confused with Shelter for some reason.
I don't know.
Alien creature infecting everybody.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely getting it confused because you say Prey and I'm like, For some reason, I don't know why, but I was imagining Shelter. It's probably because Link's
You're stuck on a space station in the middle behind the moon.
Yeah, that's definitely different from Shelter.
You're talking about Prey, like the Bethesda game, right?
Yeah.
It's not over. I mean, it's just the Let's Play you were watching is over. Got
Yes.
it. The game, yeah, it came out.
It's creepy.
It's got mixed reviews. It's got 9 out of 10 on Steam, 8 out of 10 on IGN, 6 out of 10 on GameSpot.
Yeah, I'm trying to open Steam to look for news there, but that's not happening because
Steam news is very, very slow. Just like everything else Valve makes.
No, not because Steam news is slow, but because my computer
Slow?
it doesn't like me right now. It just sometimes it just doesn't want
Does
to.
it like you enough to end the Talking Nerdy stream on YouTube?
No, nobody has that luck except for you.
Yeah.
I'm not running it on my computer.
Yes, I'm running it on mine.
It just doesn't want to open Steam.
That this computer here in the station decided to update.
Oh, that was fun too.
Oh.
Right in the middle of my show.
Oh, was I there for that? I forget.
No,
I was
this
there for some kind of crisis.
the mic's not working. That happened.
Yeah.
No, that was 2 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're just Murphy's Law magnet.
Oh no. I'm
look,
evil.
not you. No, he's talking about me. Yeah, no, it's behaving now. And unfortunately, because the stream went down, many people didn't get to hear you talk about Bloodborne. So why don't you talk about it just a little bit more?
Well,
I
didn't actually go into Bloodborne that much.
Yeah, you touched on it. So.
I touched on it in that it's probably going to be easier for me to deal with than Dark Mouse.
Yes.
Purely because there's a third dimension and I can move around enemies instead of...
And if you want inspiration, you can always watch Team 4 Star's lovely thing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, which one?
Bloodborne.
Oh, their Let's Play?
Yeah.
I mostly go to Team 4 Star for only a few things now. My DBZ Abridged and my Renegade for Life.
Oh, and there's news about them because they're actually doubling an actual anime.
Really?
Of what?
They said it a while ago. I forgot what it was.
Huh. Well, that's pretty cool. I wonder if they'll be able
That's
to
why
wrangle any
there's
of the
not
other
that many
friends.
DBZ out yet.
That makes sense. They've got other projects. I cannot imagine the lives of YouTubers like them. How busy they must be all the time.
Yeah, it's I've gotten a few little insights into it because a lot of YouTubers are releasing videos about the behind the scenes, and it's just so much work.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
it started off as just a little hobby thing, and then
it became a full-time job, and then.
And I don't know, like the moment it becomes a full-time job, like when does it stop being
That happened
fun?
over the summer, which was the Purge.
What purge?
YouTube Purge.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Not a happy camper.
YouTube politics. None of that.
None of that.
But like Bloodborne. I've been told that I should probably start with Bloodborne because it's one of the easiest to learn and understand.
It's a good wading into the Dark Souls style.
And then you go
game.
from that to Far Cry to all the rest of them.
Far Cry? No, I think she's going to go right to Dark Souls 1.
Probably. Although, yeah, it's
I'm talking
still,
Primeval.
Yeah.
That could work too.
Maybe. But, like, it's still going into the whole dark and morbid aesthetic that we just can't seem to shake today.
That's fair. Maybe we should try to move away from that. Let's brighten things up for the last...
Let's see what's happy.
What's happy? I can talk about some really cute anime I watched over the summer and I'm continuing to watch.
All right, sure.
I like cute anime. I am unashamed to admit this.
Yeah, like,
This is true.
Have you ever checked out any of the what's it called, Cheese Sweet Home or anything of that
Oh my
sort?
God, it's so cute.
You
no,
loves it?
I haven't watched it yet, but I know of it. Yes.
Yeah, because a friend of mine, she's pretty obsessed with it, to the point where I'm just like, calm down. I love cats too.
Yeah. No, what I did watch this summer with my wife is Ika Musume, or Squid Girl. Squid Girl, because
Still squid now.
the
still
original
kid now.
Squid Kid.
Oh no.
The original Squid Kid is Squid. It's adorable. The whole show is just so beyond ridiculous and cute.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Have you watched it?
Well, no, I haven't been much of an anime kick as of late.
Right. I mean, this is years old though, Squid Girl. Give me a second. I'll give you the exact dates.
I think it's early 2000s.
I think you are absolutely correct.
I'm using my anime knowledge.
Like as of late, the most anime I've been getting is I've been having a hankering to rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho.
Surprisingly, it's 2010.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fairly long ago now.
Yeah. The manga was 2007, and it went all the way to 2016.
Huh. That's pretty long running.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, they haven't translated it. Why didn't they translate? Japan, translate this immediately to English. Or America, do that. Japan, you be you.
Translate, but no localizing, please.
Why?
Well, we don't want another 4Kids.
So, localizing has gotten better. We wouldn't have manga in stores if it wasn't for localization.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what I'm
you just don't want another 4Kids.
Like the only like exposure I have to the word localization is through 4Kids.
The
Four Kids.
bad experiences.
Yeah,
we all have the horrors of 4Kids, but no. Localization is a very good thing for those who want content from outside of the United States in the United States. A lot of the games that you play, the Bloodborne games, the games that are by the studio that does Dark Souls, those are all technically localized because they are a Japanese company that makes that.
Right,
so it is a localized.
That's fair.
Yeah, localized content isn't bad. It's just not 4Kids. Just anything but 4Kids. Probably not bad.
I actually have been watching an anime over the summer. It's not the newest one. I've gotten into the card games on motorcycles thing. I decided to actually watch it because why not?
Oh wow, how is it?
It's stupid. It's very stupid in a beautiful way.
That seems accurate.
But it's like, it's great, like, because it doesn't really have that much of I wouldn't call it a new dimension. It
just is.
But like, the reason I bring that up is because it was one of those franchises that was in 4Kids' hands, and I'm recalling one specific episode that has 3 beautiful examples of pure censorship that I've ever seen.
Jeez, I still laugh about jelly donuts.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
You got a meme that needs to die.
Okay, so it didn't start as a meme. It started as a serious translation that 4Kids decided that onigiri with an umeboshi in it.
Yeah.
That was a jelly donut.
Yeah, that was an episode of Pokemon, right?
Yeah, that is just in Pokemon, the original, the 4Kids dub.
Yeah, with Mankey.
Yeah. Onigiri is a rice ball. Umeboshi is sour pickled plums. They don't go by any other name. That's umeboshi.
Yes.
Yeah. Those two things together do not equal jelly donut.
No, they do not.
But 4Kids said, jelly donut.
Because children do not understand American children don't understand what anything foreign is.
Apparently, even though rice balls are pretty self-explanatory, if you call it rice ball.
It's literally a ball of rice that you salt a little bit.
I believe not even all the time. You put a filling in there, sure.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's just pure rice wrapped in nori.
Sometimes it's just strange and unusual.
Right. But the first time I remember hearing it was the episode where they go into Mount Moon. Brock is eating one. He goes, I love these jelly donuts. And I'm like, Brock, that's not I remember being a kid and being so confused. I'm like, where's his jelly donut? It looks like he's eating a rice ball.
I don't know. I was wondering what the heck it was. It sure as heck didn't look like a jelly donut.
Right? And then at some point they call like ramen or something a hamburger, and it just gets so confusing.
Yeah, I know, but like this particular episode, there were with the 3 glaring examples.
Okay,
like they went really hard with this.
Go ahead.
So, like the first is the opening scene of the entire episode.
Right.
Character is like the setting is there's it's like some kind of park. There's grass in neat rows. There's walkways in between, so it's not really a park. It's like people are meant to walk on these and look at something. And and the character's like staring down, looking at a very specific patch of grass for like no reason. And it isn't until you hear him speak that you realize, oh, this place is supposed to be a graveyard. They just edited out the graves.
You edited out the graves?
Yeah, because they're like, and he's like, it's been so long. It's been hard to believe it's been 3 years since you disappeared in that weird purple mist. And then they cut to a building that's obviously on fire, and it just has a purple filter over it.
Oh my God, 4 kids.
Strange purple mist, and you disappeared.
Oh yes, very much so.
And you went to the netherworld because the Shadow Realm isn't a thing anymore.
Wow.
Then the third bit, and this is the part where
Is this the kicker?
This is the real kicker. The real kicker.
Okay. I'm ready for it.
There, he goes to his friend's place to learn about the mystery of why his friend disappeared. And the guy's like a CEO of the company that makes the motorcycles you can duel on.
Okay.
And he's got a wet bar in his office like the rich people's do.
Sure.
And he's got the decanter of like what's supposed to be like brandy or scotch or whatever.
That's usually what you keep in one, sure.
But they overlaid it so it didn't even look like yellow orangey alcohol of any sort.
What color was it?
They overlaid it with blue and slapped a big water drop label on it. It stands out so harshly from the rest of the background.
That's a fancy water thing you have there. I know, I only keep my finest spirited water in it.
Yes. I imported this water from Norway. And it's super fancy. Would you like this fancy water that I keep in a decanter for some reason?
Kids don't know what a decanter is. Kids probably don't even know what brandy is or scotch or anything that you keep in a decanter.
It's better than what 4 kids used to do, which is apple juice.
Yeah.
I would rather they have done that instead of just blazingly slap a droplet of water on the front and pretend it's water.
Yeah, it's like they didn't even try.
They really didn't. It looked like MS Paint.
It probably was.
And like for the rest of the episode, me and my friend are like, the rest of this series is garbage. That bottle is the real MVP.
Oh, I remember they cut an episode of Pokemon with Dratini in it because Ash gets a revolver pointed at him.
Yeah.
They failed to censor the episode where Team Rocket breaks into a store and pulls guns on the entire store, robs it, leaves.
I remember
Ash walks in and gets guns pointed all at him.
Yes.
And they didn't censor that.
No,
and I'm
they did not.
What is going on here, 4 kids? Either we're cutting guns or we're leaving them in.
Yeah, and then there's that one episode where a guy just kind of has one.
Yeah, he just has one.
They like, if you're going to go all the way, then don't even like, don't you move or we'll shoot you with our invisible guns.
Yep. And the one where they edited out because James had like fake boobs on that looked ridiculously real.
Yeah, that was
for anime, but they just cut the episode, and I'm like, it just wasn't even bad.
Like, I understand cutting the episode that gave kids seizures. That's one thing.
That was the Porygon episode. Sure, that is a legitimate concern.
Yes, that's real. But boobs.
That looked no different than any of the other boobs, including what Jessie was wearing in that very same episode.
No, just what is the standard here? Is there
isn't.
one?
No, it's 4 kids.
No,
actually, I think the company 4 Kids is still around. They just don't do dubs or localization anymore.
I thought they were dead.
No,
I think they turned into Warner Brothers Kids.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They are. Let me see.
I still have fond memories.
They are 4 Licensing Corporation now.
Oh no, I still have fond memories of Lollipop Sanji.
If you must know, they are not doing well.
Well, honestly,
it's now called For Licensing Corporation.
Honestly, it kind of makes me happy in some ways.
Yeah,
I know I shouldn't wish misfortune on others in any way, but sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's no longer doing anime licensing anymore.
Well, good.
No. Everybody's been either going to Funimation or the others.
Funimation, Sentai Filmworks, Aniplex has been going into it. I dislike Aniplex's business practices.
You just said you dislike anime for a second.
I did. Are you kidding me? My car literally says "Love Anime" as the license plate.
Yeah.
My license plates are literally LV space anime.
All I'm saying is that a sound bite of you saying I dislike anime could exist now.
That is true. Delete it all. Crash. No, wait. Don't actually crash, computer. We need you. No. Aniplex's business practices. They try to release things here like they do in Japan.
Yeah.
And while in Japan it works because they don't have any other options, here we have tons of other options. So they'll release 2 or 3 episodes on a Blu-ray and charge $60.
Yeah.
And that it doesn't help the market here.
No, it really
You got to do
doesn't.
what Funimation and Sentai Filmworks do and release a whole season or a half a season on Blu-ray for like $35, $40.
Yeah. Like that's the technique my parents used they would only give me like 3 or 4 episodes of a series at a time because I did well on homework.
That's a little different though.
That's a bribe.
No, it's a reward. It's not a bribe. It's you did good. Here's your reward. It's not.
Yeah, it kind of has the same feel to it. Like we're just arbitrarily at the time when you're a kid, you're just arbitrarily releasing this when you feel like it.
Yeah, and now to talk about my wife's favorite anime, I'm saying this sarcastically. Sword Art Online to buy she hates it. I know. Yeah, no, it's to buy the entire series from Aniplex dubbed is $270 because of how they release the DVDs.
Yeah,
And you know who's buying it?
Who?
Nobody.
Okay, good.
I take that back. I'm sure some people have bought it.
Oh, why?
Because some people have disposable income. I mean, if I was a millionaire, I'd probably buy it.
Really?
In 7 different languages.
Really?
For what it's worth, I enjoyed the story for what it was. I'm not going to look further into it as this or that. I enjoyed the base story for what it was. From a psychological aspect, it's actually quite interesting. But that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
But, you know...
I'd have to do more of my own research.
Right. I just found it fascinating on that sort of level.
Especially with the movie.
Kirito aside, the characters are actually pretty well developed. You know, Kirito has some issues.
There's better, though.
There is better. Log Horizon, for instance. Fantastic series.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. I've been reading the light novels. Overlord. Fantastic series. Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Phenomenal series. All that with that sort of RPG another world aspect to it. In the case of Log Horizon, it is people who are sucked into the game world by something nobody knows.
I see.
And they're stuck there. And the world is becoming more like reality, but at the same time, more like a game. So it's crazy.
Well, that sounds like I actually want to see that one.
It's actually pretty good.
The anime is phenomenal. The light novels are phenomenal. The light novels are even better, I'd say. It adds a little bit more of a dark overtone to it because you read in more detail what life is really like. You know, just because they're immortal, because they are technically still game characters, they lose memories as they die.
Oh no!
It's a little bit at a time, but it adds up.
That's pretty mess.
And just because they're game characters, they still bleed as if they were in real life. They feel pain as if it was real. So they don't express these things in the anime. The memory thing they do. That's a little bit of a spoiler, but it's not a major plotline spoiler. Not really.
It's spoiler, not spoiler.
It's spoiler, not spoiler. It's kind of years ago at this point.
Yeah.
The time for spoilers has passed.
Yeah, to a good degree. But the light novels here in the U.S. aren't up to what the anime got to. But at the same time, I'm learning more about the entire world by reading the light novels.
I see.
And it's the same with Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? The books, I don't know who translates them, but they are some of the best literature I've read in a long time.
Really?
It's fantastically composed. I mean, it blows me away how well it's translated. And every time I go back to it, I'm like, this is
That and Overlord.
incredible. Overlord is... I haven't read the light novels for that, but it is getting a second season for the anime.
Nice.
And you'd like it because the main character is an undead mage lord.
Oh, no.
Lich Lord.
I don't know if he's a lich. I think he's just a skeleton.
Yeah, Lich has, like, specific...
Boss of an
things
entire
going on.
dungeon.
He's the boss. He was the boss of one of the most powerful guilds on a server of a game that died. But he still played it. And when the servers were about to shut down, he stayed logged in. Well, he didn't get logged out.
Oh, no.
And the NPCs became PCs, if that makes sense. They became personality characters.
They became people.
They became people. But,
Oh,
of course, all
wow.
his minions and NPCs are undead and non-human creatures, because that was what his guild was, non-humans.
Oh, no.
And
That's incredibly sad.
Right, but he's now stuck in this, and he has to determine whether there's anybody else from the old world in this game. But at the same time, he wants to take over the world. And he slowly does.
Of course.
Because in this world, so think of D&D terms, magic.
Yes.
You've got 1 through level 9 spells.
Yeah.
He can use up to level 9 spells. The world can make it up to level 3. So his power level is miles and miles above what everybody else can do.
So he has no challenges anymore either.
Would not say that, because you got to watch it or read it. That's all I'm going to say, because this is recent enough where spoilers would be a thing. And
Oh, Manga Fox, where are you?
there isn't enough manga to get that far. Watch it. There is a dub, I believe, of it now.
Yes.
If you want to search for that, or the sub.
So what you're telling me is I need that subscription to Crunchyroll.
They don't have the dub. I do think they have the sub, though.
Yeah,
I'll take what I can get.
It's 13 episodes.
Yes. I don't know. I will look later and inform you.
Yay!
Because I do have that subscription to Crunchyroll. I learned something about Crunchyroll's practices, which I thought was actually kind of cool.
Yeah?
The way they license it. Yeah, I said that right. I thought words were hard, but I guess I did it right. Huh.
You're evolving.
I am evolving.
What does Snorlax evolve into?
Snorlax. He doesn't mega evolve. He doesn't do any of that.
Well, I know, but...
I guess he could use his pulverizing pancake. His Z-move. For the first time in 20 years.
It's powerful.
Snorlax opens his eyes.
Yeah, that's pretty messed.
It's so great.
It's so scary.
It's my favorite Z move still.
It's pretty great.
It is. Anyway,
I've only seen so many, but...
What was I talking about? Crunchyroll. Yes. When they license an anime, what happens is your subscription that you pay, a certain percentage always goes to Crunchyroll. They take however much.
All right.
Then
That's only fair.
from whatever anime you watch, the rest of your subscription is split amongst it for the companies. So say I watch, 100 episodes of Fairy Tail, which I've watched it like the whole series multiple times, as a side note. And then I watch, 10 episodes of, say, Attack on Titan. Not that I have. It's just the first thing that came to mind. Well, most
Season
of that...
2 of that is out right now, right?
Yes.
Simultaneously being dubbed.
Yes, it's on a simuldub as well from Funimation.
Ah.
Anyway, the majority of the remaining goes to whoever licenses Fairy Tail out of Japan.
All right.
And a tiny portion, percentage-wise, goes to whoever licenses Attack on Titan. As it were, I believe it's the same company. And that's how it works. So the companies whose anime gets watched, they get money for it. So it leaves an incentive for them to leave their shows on Crunchyroll so that they can get money from it, even just, a little bit.
That's really clever.
Well, Crunchyroll's already also paid them for the license as well.
Yeah.
So it's within their best interest to A, renew that license with Crunchyroll, and B, keep it on there as long as possible.
That's really super cool.
I thought that was incredibly awesome. Now, the problem, and this came up in a conversation about Netflix, because Netflix, from what I've been told, again, I could be completely wrong about all this, but Netflix just pays a straight license fee and nothing else happens. So they license an anime or a show, movie, whatever, straight out for a set amount of time, and the company doesn't get any further money from that. And I was like, well, if Netflix did what Crunchyroll does, Netflix would have a better retention rate, I would say.
Yeah.
But because they don't, that's how it works, I guess.
That would be.
I just don't know what else to add.
I miss having Joss Whedon's stuff on Netflix.
I do too, but I also own the entire series of Firefly, so I'm good.
Yeah, I've got that and Buffy. So and Angel.
You're pretty
but
sad.
Netflix keeps adding new stuff.
They do. They do add new stuff, and that is wow. My microphone's going a little crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry for that technical popping. The cord must be going. I will fix it later. Anyways, it's you've got your fix, but at the same time, there's things that some people are in the middle of, and then they just pull it.
Yeah.
What actually?
And then what do?
Except for
because my plan at the time was I wouldn't have to transport DVDs back and forth from here, from home to the cave here.
Yes, the basement.
Yeah,
the one we're currently in.
The cavesment.
Cavesment, I like it.
It's spacious enough.
It is. It's comfy enough.
Yeah.
Except.
Wow, they have all the Yu-Gi-Oh on Crunchyroll.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah. I ain't touching GX though.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I've heard it's like the main character is kind of annoying.
Fair enough. I mean, a lot of them are.
Everything I've seen. Well, I mean, at least Yusei is attractive.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not really into Yu-Gi-Oh, to be honest with you.
Neither am I.
I mean, they all have dumb hair, but.
Yep, that's totally fair.
What are you gonna do? Let's play a game. Spot the protagonist.
Yeah.
This summer on Netflix, they did release the Castlevania series.
And how was that?
Oh boy,
it was good.
Yes, very dark.
Castlevania is kind of dark. The experience.
Dark the experience.
I'm sorry, but who is going to argue with me on that point?
Well, no, I'm just starting to imagine a ride at Disney. Dark the experience.
And you know what it would be?
What?
It would just be a dark tunnel because it's Disney.
Oh, believe me, there's some weird, disturbing facts about Disney.
But we're not going to go into that because that's not what this show is about. Really?
No, it's about nerds and nerddom.
Yeah, nerddom can get pretty dark.
As we've experienced.
Lately.
Well, yes. Yeah, but anyway, on the topic of Crunchyroll, as I said, I have my subscription through them. And one of the major reasons is for the simuldubs.
Yeah.
Or not dubs, simulcasts. And I get to watch things as they come out in Japan, which is really awesome.
And being dubbed.
Yeah, they will be dubbed by Funimation potentially, depending on if they get the license. But I digress. And I've been watching 4 series at a time because I can. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's been phenomenal. And I'm just really enjoying having that capability. So yeah, find what you're looking for on there.
Yeah, sorry. I just really needed to see if they had Yu Yu Hakusho, but no, they only have the DVDs.
Yeah, Crunchyroll's also a store, so that is fair.
They of all the shows that they could not have, that's one of the classic ones, though.
The classic ones are surprisingly hard to license, though.
That's DBZ is everywhere.
That's because it's DBZ.
But that's also regarded as a classic, freaking Ghost in the Shell.
Especially since the timeline is getting weird now.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Because you got Super.
Yeah.
Super. It was GX. No, GX is the Yu-Gi-Oh again.
Yeah.
GT.
GT. It always starts with a G. Is the GT that doesn't count?
No, actually it does, apparently.
I thought that was rendered non-canon.
Not anymore.
They recanonized it?
Yes, they did.
Because multiverse?
Yes.
Oh. Right.
Of course it would be because multiverse.
Gosh.
Getting all Rick and Morty up in here.
Yep.
Love it.
Well, multiverse has been around far longer than that.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's one of the most contemporary things people will understand right now.
Yeah, I suppose. That is a fair thing to say.
One of, I say.
One of. There are plenty of examples of multiverses, though. I mean, really.
We've also got, like Doctor Who does multiverses, yeah? Or is it just the one?
It's the one, but timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, because...
Fracture in the universe, you end up in another world.
Yeah.
Or another parallel world.
Like, what other series have multiverses?
A lot of them do.
A lot of them, surpurprisingly.
Like, I'm trying to think of more off the
quintessential
top of my head.
sci-fi.
The whole Marvel DC universes both have multiverses. Although they kind of ended them and refractured them. I don't know what's going on with that.
Comics are hard.
Comics are all over the place.
But it's the quintessential sci-fi. If a sci-fi story is getting old, they just say,
multiverse.
Multiverse.
It's kind of true.
Star Trek did it. They're the
Star
first
Trek
one.
Yeah, Star Trek did do it. But
they did it a long time ago too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Like they with the universe, yeah, where everyone was evil.
Right.
Everyone had the goatees. Spock's goatee haunts my dreams.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
It was one of the best episodes though.
Yeah.
But that's
a news. That came out in Comic-Con.
Yeah, what did?
Star Trek Discovery is coming out.
More runny gunny shooty.
Well, they deal with the Klingons.
Well, I mean,
and it's going to be on the fall for CBS.
That's kind of impressive.
I guess if you're fighting Klingons, you got to be runny gunny shooty at least a little bit.
Maybe. I mean, have they tried diplomacy?
Well, the Federation always tries diplomacy first.
But do they?
Well,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. That's what they're for.
It's one of their directives.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't enjoy the new runny gunny shooty Star Trek.
That is fair.
That's because they went back in time and kind of made a fractured timeline.
Yeah, but then they made it all a thing that it's not supposed to be, and it makes me mad.
Well, to be fair, I did quite enjoy the new Star Trek movies.
Like I love the new takes on the characters. I love the super young versions of everybody. Those are fun, and I love them.
Yes,
but it's the rest of it that really, honestly, is about to send me into a nerd rage.
Oh,
like
legit.
Well, actually, the reimagined Star Trek and then Star Trek Beyond, Star Trek the Falling was all directed and supported by Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, rest in peace, Leonard.
I know, because I watched the documentary. It was interesting.
So he supported the runny gunny shooty.
Yes. As a reimaginement for the next generation.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you like what you like, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and it's fair because
people have taste. People are allowed to have taste. This is not to my taste, therefore no one else should have it.
Fair enough.
Yes, but
no, that's the joke. The joke is that I don't.
Yeah.
Now we can say that Star Trek is coming back on TV.
Yeah, no.
It gives me a bit of a grin to think that.
I wonder if they'll have God, I'm blanking on his name. William Shatner.
Yeah.
Do a cameo and stuff.
Really?
I hope they do. Because that'd be pretty awesome.
I don't know. He's awfully expensive these days.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, but you don't think he'd jump on it? To relive the old days that made him who he is?
Well, when you put it like that, he'd be a fool not to.
Exactly. I mean, imagine if they came out. We tried to get, the original Captain Kirk, William Shatner, on our show, and he refused.
And everybody's going to be like, What? Why would you do that, man? That's not cool.
Yeah, and from what I understand, he's actually a pretty chill guy, so.
No, I've heard the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard that he's like a jerk to a lot of his fans.
Well, that's not good.
And like part of the reason he's the one who decided his prices.
Fair enough.
It's like,
yeah, he is a jerk to his fans, but to the rest of the Star Trek family, not so much.
No, but like near the end, didn't he and Leonard Nimoy have like really serious disagreements, have real beef with each other?
Actually, I think I've heard that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did, because... Yeah, and also, like, Leonard Nimoy wanted to leave the show multiple times because the ears he was wearing were super uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
So actually, you need to watch the documentary because he goes in all detail about it.
Yeah,
Really?
they were good buddies during the show, but like after the show happened during movies and stuff, their relationship fell apart for one reason or another that I can't really remember.
They got to back together in the end.
Yeah.
As
a
friends.
little bit.
The only falling out that happened in the Nimoy family was his son.
Nimoy?
The Leonard Nimoy family?
Yes.
Yeah. I hadn't heard about that, but...
Nimoy.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'm not one to do all this celebrity gossip stuff. It doesn't feel right to me.
No, I've never been...
but it was talked about through all nerddom.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I mean, it's hard to get more core nerddom than Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner.
Yeah. That is, well, at least one facet of nerddom anyway.
Yeah. And I mean, I think like it was a Saturday Night Live skit where William Shatner invented the phrase "get a life."
Really?
Yeah. I saw, like, my mom showed it to me once. It was like, it was a sci-fi the setting of the skit was a sci-fi convention, and they had William Shatner was the guest of that night.
Oh no.
So William Shatner gets up on the stage and they're like doing the convention thing.
Yay.
And all the people in the audience, they start asking him like intricate minutia about like how the ship works and what relations are and
as
how
nerds do.
And he's just like, I don't know if, and he's just like, none of that is real, right? Seriously, you guys, get a life.
Oh.
So that's where that came from, as I understand it.
You know what? You're probably correct.
Like, oh, my dad wouldn't lie to me.
No, I doubt it.
It's interesting, strange. If you look at old TV shows back in that time, they were everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, like, it's got to be awkward when you're like a big star of something like that, and people start asking you those kinds of questions, and you really don't know because you're just an actor. You don't actually know any of the science behind it.
Right.
You just know the science of the character.
Mm-hmm.
Which I actually picked up a book this summer, which is the National Geographic of Star Trek.
Really?
They have
that exists?
Really?
Yes. It's all the science behind everything.
I know there's...
That's kind of cool.
I know there's a book called The Physics of Star Trek.
No, it's the National Geographic of basically all the races, all the technology, and everything.
Oh, well, that's super cool.
That is super awesome.
I love things like that. Where can I find this?
Somewhere.
Probably bookstore, I would imagine.
So that's super helpful.
I don't know, online shopping?
Yeah, online shopping, but that means I have to open my computer and do things.
You can join the Snorlax family and not do things.
But if I don't do things, then things won't happen.
Snorlax are okay with this.
And I mean, it has everything from like the Enterprise all the way from the original Star Trek.
Okay.
Let me just see if I can find this on the Googs.
The Googs.
The Googly Booglies.
The Googly Boogly doing the Google.
Is the National Geographic of Star Trek.
Anyway, while Scuddy's looking that up, tell me, Orange, have you participated in any of the Splatoon 2 Splatfests?
Not as of yet. I got distracted with other things.
Fair enough. Which side would you have chosen in them? So
Depends on the Splatfests.
Right. So the first Splatfest was cake versus ice cream. Which would you have chosen?
Oh, ice cream.
That's what ended up winning. The next one was... Oof, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, the most recent one was flight versus invisibility.
Huh?
Yeah, flight versus invisibility.
I'd take flight myself.
That's what I chose and ended up winning this time.
And honestly, I would have gone with cake because ice cream makes my teeth hurt.
I'm from a state that is famous for ice cream.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love ice cream. It just doesn't love me.
Right. I remember the other one. Ketchup versus mustard. Or ketchup versus mayo, sorry.
Ketchup. Doy.
Ketchup.
Everybody's
Mayo ended up winning because so many people chose ketchup. More ketchup. The whole ketchup versus ketchup matches happened a lot. And that does not contribute to the overall percentage of wins.
I see.
So they won the popularity by a landslide. But
not
they
the actual
lost
matches.
Yeah, not the actual matches.
Oh, no.
See, everybody's been talking about it on the whole circle things. About
right.
The original Squid Sisters versus the new ones.
Versus Off the Hook?
Yeah.
Squid Sisters. I gotta go with Squid Sisters over Off the Hook. Although Off the Hook is pretty cool too. Which, so the Squid Sisters, Callie and Marie. And then there's Pearl and Marina for the Off the Hook. So, people are just over the moon with Marina because she's an octoling and doesn't look like a bratty child. Mostly.
Well, she's a DJ.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're also DJs.
But an actual DJ.
Yeah, like she actually spins the discs and stuff. I could do that if I tried.
Okay, I seem to have found it. It's this thing, right? With the little logo thing right here?
Yes.
The official guide to our universe?
So descriptive for the radio audience we're currently broadcasting
to. It's got the National Geographic logo on it, and it's also
really
got
cool.
the classic Star Trek title, and it's got I believe the original Enterprise. I could be wrong.
It has all of them.
What? Well, I'm talking about the cover right now.
Yeah.
And it's got like all the stuff you typically find on the cover of any sort of book. It's like Enterprise soaring majestically around a planet. There's a nebula. It's very pretty. And the overview, it seems to be less a book about the actual like lore of species and more a book about the actual locations of the stars and the like.
Huh.
Like real life space stuff.
That's really cool.
Which is it's still cool. It's just not what I thought it would be.
There might be more into it once you open it and read it.
Oh yeah, there's more. There's a lot of things from the shows and things.
Well, yeah, like behind the scenes type stuff, like how they made this prop or whatever.
Yeah, and they list all the enterprises.
Ah.
That's really
all the way
cool.
up to J.
Oh, that is.
Ooh.
They haven't even gotten through half the alphabet yet.
Wow.
Yeah, fans have made Z. Z is huge.
Oh, is it?
It's basically the size of a planet.
Hasn't somebody made a life-sized Enterprise in Minecraft?
They have, in fact, done that.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, though, right?
Yeah, I'm impressed that people can make like functioning graphing calculators in Minecraft.
That requires, I think, mods. But yes, it's possible.
But
insane.
fans have gotten
It is insane.
Insane when they made Z, Enterprise Z. It's basically a thing that can travel through space, which is actually a giant colony.
So it's basically a craft world like the Eldar have in Warhammer 40k universe.
Pretty much.
Got it. Jeez, why do they need something that big? You just don't need that. You don't need something that big through space.
Well, maybe if...
Go on a planet.
Maybe if it's like Battlestar Galactica.
And
maybe.
And there are no planets left.
Well, this is Star Trek. There's plenty of planets left.
The top speed is like, it goes into like something beyond quantum warp.
What?
How even?
How? You know how much power that would use? I don't think it's possible.
I don't think you go beyond dilithium crystals for that.
Yes.
How, though?
But trilithium is super unstable, ain't it?
I would imagine.
Yeah, they had that entire episode where they were like, trilithium is on this ship, and everybody's like, oh, God. Why? Why is it in the hands of terrorists?
Seriously, why? No, let's stop these people.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
And Worf is useless again.
Oh, no. Poor Worf.
He's a great character, but
he
gets thrown around too much.
Yeah, in Discovery, it's the original looking of the Klingons, which they don't look Klingon.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I believe that they talked about that in one episode where like some of the crew went back in time and they were on the space station with the first...
They explain that in Enterprise.
Yeah.
Do they?
Basically, Khan, right?
Sure.
Yeah, but the episode was they were on the station where Kirk's crew was at when the Tribbles happened.
The trouble with Tribbles.
Yeah, and they were like standing in a lineup, and they had like digitally edited it so that Kirk was walking in front of them, and they were in the lineup,
so cool.
and they were
Troubles with Tribbles again. Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, and they were looking at Worf like, why do the Klingons look so different? And Worf is just like, we don't like to talk about it.
Oh,
Because the whole reason behind that is because back in
Enterprise,
Enterprise,
get to the trilithium.
no, in Enterprise they the Klingons wanted to genetically modify themselves like the Khan and his faction did.
Oh,
So that's the in lore true explanation, but like at the time they didn't really have an explanation.
They don't
for
talk about it because they were embarrassed that they turned slightly human.
wow.
It was pretty funny to see though. He's just so stiff and he's looking like, don't ask me this question ever.
It's a sore spot. Let's not.
Same thing with Tribbles, because that's the Klingon Empire wiped them out.
Because the Tribbles were because like Klingons are like the one species that Tribbles don't get along with. They instinctively don't like them for whatever reason.
I mean,
and so like
I can't necessarily blame them.
Well, no, the Klingon Empire formally declared them enemies of the Klingon race as a whole or something, and then they wiped them out to extinction.
And the Federation didn't do anything.
Well, no, this was before they and the Federation were friends.
So the Federation... I'm surprised the Federation didn't try to step in then.
Well,
except for one thing with the Deep Space Nine thing, because they brought them back.
Yeah, they had to bring them back because like they were like vital to some environment. It was a biodiversity sort of thing.
So they saved them from extinction.
Yeah, that's why they had to go back in time to that specific place because
to get a treble.
Yeah, to get Tribbles.
Mm-hmm.
And then they flooded DS9 for a bit.
I mean, why not?
I mean, they got him off eventually but I mean, that's the risk you take the moment Tribbles are anywhere.
And time travel and it having to deal with temporal investigations.
Yeah. None of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is actually a department of the Federation.
Yeah, that does exist, doesn't it? They fiddled with that a lot in, not Frontier. Or was it Frontier?
I don't know. Was it Frontier?
It was like the one series with Captain Archer?
That's Enterprise.
Yes, Enterprise.
That was before the original series.
Yes.
Well, they had the NX.
That's what I was talking about. Like, they had, like, it was that particular crew that had a lot of run-ins with the time travel police.
And the time war.
For one reason or another.
Because of the time war.
Sounds a lot like Doctor Who now. Time wars, time police.
Would we really be surprised if he got involved somehow?
No, not really.
I'm sure the fan fiction exists.
I know the fan fiction exists because it's the internet.
Well, in the Federation itself, there was a time war between the Federation, the species that the Borg hate, and the other race.
Which species that the Borg hate?
The only species that the Borg hate.
Oh, the interdimensional, it was like X-23 or something. No,
yeah.
that's Marvel.
I just got a thought.
Yeah.
What would happen if you took Trebles and Weeping Angels and put them in the same room?
Weeping Angels feed off of people's time. Oh, but the Tribbles are everywhere, so they can't move.
And they're born pregnant.
So they just keep multiplying, and then you just get a Weeping Angel buried in Tribbles.
But also, you don't know if a Tribbles looking at you.
Because there's no eyes.
Does it? Wait, does it have eyes, or is it just
no?
a fuzz?
It's just a fuzzball.
It's just a fuzzball.
It's fuzz and genitals.
Something like that, yeah. So, I mean, they've got to give birth somehow. Yeah. I mean, the easy way to deal with a Weeping Angel is just a mirror, but like.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just imagining a Weeping Angel covered in Tribbles, like from the shoulders down, and like obviously it can't move, but it's thinking, "Dear God, why?" And for some reason, they love it.
What would happen if you took a sledgehammer to a Weeping Angel?
Oh, that's not pretty.
What I would imagine, I've never seen anything of the sort, but I imagine they would break.
I would imagine they'd have to. They are a statue when they're not.
What I understand about the Reaping Angels is that they are concentrated time essence, and if you break it, you cause a fracture.
So
Really?
so killing them is not a
an
good
option.
idea.
Yeah, no.
Interesting.
Well,
So
given
you
that
have to
they-
trap them somewhere.
Well, I guess given that they consume time, it would only make sense that if they were destroyed, something would happen that was
Maybe
bad.
if they consume it, then would they therefore release extra time, thus causing the fracture?
Then you need several TARDIS in order to fix the fracture.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
because like in that one episode where the Statue of Liberty is a weeping angel, how
Yeah. They had to fix that somehow, didn't they?
I have no idea how I still have to watch Doctor Who from like
That's why
I would say Doctor Who all from beginning to end, but that would take me a small lifetime.
from the
You could do
original
it.
to up to where
if-
we got it in 2009.
Yes, but if I limit it to New Who, it'll take me far less time.
Yes, it will.
From the 9th Doctor onward, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about the next Doctor being a woman?
Oh, I'm super psyched for that.
I think it'll be great. I don't know why people were complaining.
I don't know. I think I've read analyses of.
No, I
like,
think it's fine. It's about
Well,
time.
yeah, I've read analyses of people being like,
Look what happened to the Mister.
like the reason.
Yeah. I'm not complaining at all. I think it'll be phenomenal.
Yeah, like the
it's
reason-
about time there's some diversity in
Like
the
the
doc.
reason people were upset was because, like, I don't know, like the Doctor at first, the character was just supposed to be like
This Christmas episode, though.
he was supposed to be like a really careless version of Ms. Frizzle, and his show was meant to be all educational and stuff.
And then that just completely changed.
Yeah, like after the first one, it was completely different, and it turned into more of and the Doctor became more of a hero type person, and for whatever reason, people don't really associate hero with female.
I think that's not okay.
It's really not, but that's just kind of how most general mindsets these days kind of are for
I
some
feel
reason.
like-
And
I feel like it's a lot of resistance to change too. You've got something that's
Yeah.
been the same way for the longest time, and then it changes.
I remember there was also like a fair amount of outcry over the 12th Doctor because he wasn't cute. He was an actual old man.
Well, he's the 13th Doctor, to be precise.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, but that's mostly just fangirls crying because they can't have David Tennant or Matt Smith anymore.
Oh, that's
But I mean, David Tennant's really awesome.
Yeah, the only reason,
I can't necessarily fault them.
no, but
But-
David Tennant, he specifically asked to stop
If
playing the
all-
Doctor because he didn't want it to become boring anymore.
Right, and that's completely
if you
fair.
want to have David Tennant, then watch the new DuckTales.
Oh my God, is he in
Really?
it?
He's Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, smack! I need this in my life now.
Oh wow, is that even out yet?
The first episode came out over the summer. It's continuing on sometime in this month.
Really?
If you want to see David Tennant in a role that will make you really hate him, watch Jessica Jones.
Oh, is it really bad?
Yeah, he plays one of the scummiest characters that has ever existed.
I guess that's a testament to his acting skills.
Oh yes, it's just evidence of how much range he has as an actor and why he's so brilliant.
And people hated him when he was in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so there is plenty of evidence that he's good at being a hero and he's good at being scum.
He's fantastic. He's just a fantastic actor.
Yes, he is, but like this is the scummiest David Tennant you will ever see in ever. Like
Wow.
if he's like full gambit of absolutely despicable human being.
To end on that, Defenders came out.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the first
Speaking of
episode
Jessica
of that.
Jones.
I saw the first episode of that. It was really good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, Bearman has told me that it
Has he watched the whole thing?
Yes, he has. He says that there are better ways to use your time and that like Jessica is like one of the only redeeming factors.
I thought the guy who played Daredevil was phenomenal as well.
Oh yeah, he's a brilliant actor. And
So I guess the plot wasn't as compelling as
the plot was a bit
It was season 1-ish.
yeah, it kind of went the way of Iron Fist a little bit.
Oh, well, that's...
If that is any indication.
Well, he can look forward to Luke Cage season 2 coming out.
Oh, well, okay.
Luke Cage Luke Cage started out really well. I loved it. But then, like, halfway through, it just kind of lost its steam somehow.
Well, that's not good.
No, I know. It was so good, though, and it made me sad.
A lot of Marvel stuff is actually coming to the TV.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, it is. But Jessica Jones...
She was phenomenal in that, too. I think they did a really good job casting.
Yes, Jessica Jones and Daredevil, both seasons of Daredevil, those remained very, very excellent throughout.
Wow.
Highly recommend.
Great. Well, with those recommendations, I think we should wrap up. I mean, we've had a lovely, if not a bit morbid, conversation tonight.
It's fun.
For the first hour, yes.
Yes. Well, and we had some technical difficulties. Hopefully that won't be a thing. I really do apologize to all the YouTube listeners. That wasn't fair. But don't worry. I mean, you only missed about 10 minutes.
You are Murphy's Law.
Sometimes.
Oh, no.
Anyway. Wow. Now my microphone is cutting in and out.
Oh.
I told you.
You keep saying it and things happen. Stop.
All you have to do is be quiet.
Just don't say anything and Murphy's Law won't come into effect. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Or you could just stop saying the words. It's like a spell.
Yes, it is. You're right. Urfy's paw is no longer taking effect here.
Urfy May's Awlay.
Exactly.
Pig Latin.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening to us ramble and nerd out. This has been DJ Frost.
DJ Orange.
And DJ Scuddy.
And you've been listening to Talking Nerdy, that nerdy talk show where we just talked nerdy to you. Have yourselves a wonderful night. And, catch you all next week.